the time when I had the most game, I was living in an apartment with 3 other dudes, and we all shared the same Xbox. And
Real
on
talk.
Friday night, we'd get together and split a pizza and a 12-pack. We had no money. But why did we have game? Because we were always out at the clubs. And we didn't give a shit about who we were talking to because we knew another one was right around the corner.
Right. The stimulus checks are here, so I'm relaunching Womanies Volume 4, which has over 250 hours of bonus content. I'm also relaunching Womanies Audio, which is less than half the price of the video version. Link in description.
A woman would rather share a winner than have a loser all to herself.
Bingo.
And so what a woman would do, and I know this firsthand because when I was in my military days and I was jacked and in good shape and just didn't give a crap about anything, I could literally be in a club with a girl on my arm making out with her, and a girl I hooked up with 2 weeks ago would come up to me and say, are you going to go with her home with her, or will you go home with me tonight? And I say, I think I'm going to go home with her. And she says, okay, can I call you tomorrow? I've had that happen to me. And look at this face. If it happens to this face, you know it's happening to Chad and Tyrone. So a woman would rather share a winner than be with a loser. And here's the problem. They're all like that until they say, I need a family, or I want a long-term relationship, or I want to settle. Then what do? They'll go to Daddy Beta Bucks.
There you go.
And they'll say, I've been thinking about this. I know you used to like me in high school. Hey, let's see if we can make this. What do you do for work again? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and we'll get married. And then she has her provider and she has her man. And then what does she do on the side? She steps out, or she gets tired of him, a divorce, take half. Then she goes out back and have her fun. And that's good until she's rolling, maybe depending on if she really takes care of herself, she can roll right into her 40s with that, until all of a sudden the wall, whether it's 45, 35, Lindsay Lohan, 28, whatever, the wall hits you at some point in time. And once that hits, that's it. And then she's looking for the golden parachute. Then she's looking for long-term forever because no one wants her anymore. And that's when she gets 18 cats.
One of a few things happens when women, it's a two-step process. It's women hitting the wall, okay, and then them realizing that, wait a minute, I can no longer attract high-status men. One of a few things is going to happen. The first thing that will happen is exactly what you said. They'll sort of feel sorry for themselves. They'll date around, but they're only going to go for one-night stands, and that's really all they're going to do. They're going to get 18 cats and wine and romantic comedies and all the rest of that. The second thing, the second possibility is that they do end up with the beta bucks, but they're never going to be happy because the men that they end up settling down with are never the men they wanted to be with in the first place. The third thing that could happen is polygamy. Just like you said, listen, women would rather share an alpha than have a beta male all to themselves. She's not going to like it, but it's better than having a beta male all to herself. The fourth thing that happens, and we're actually starting to see this more and more, is women will double down on being okay. So I'm 42 years old, and this is all happening in her mind, right? So she says, all right, I'm 42 years old. I'm past the wall. I'm headed towards spinsterhood. I may or may not have a drinking problem. I'm on anti-anxiety medications for whatever reason. I've had 3. No man of value wants me. What do I do? Well, here's the thing, Joker. Women very rarely, if at all, just come out and say, you know what? I did it wrong. I shouldn't have sported my way through my 20s. I should have found a good man to settle down with when I was young and pretty and virginal and hot. They'll never admit that. So what do? They double down. Hashtag cougar life. Hashtag, we don't need men. I don't need a man to define my worth. I don't need a man to be happy. All the while, she's depressed because she can't have what she secretly wants.
And a 6 or an X8 who is now a 6 at 45.
Yes.
Who still maybe have a good enough figure, can go out and find a 7 or 8, 28-year-old that'll be like, dude, easy pickings. Man, I've watched adult films for this stuff, and it's happening to me. Game on. And after it's over, that dude will go home and wash himself off in the sink and be like, I can't believe I just did that. And she's like, I'm still beautiful.
Yeah, still got it.
Still pretty. I got it. And that'll go right up until then. There's no options left for her. And then she's angry at everyone. And she's the Karen that wants to speak to the manager and all men are evil. And she becomes like a blue-haired 80-year-old feminist. Joker. Think about it this way. Women always have an emergency parachute. If a man doesn't do well in college and he ends up working a minimum wage job the rest of his life, he works a minimum wage job. if he gets hit with child support and he can't pay it and he does avoid prison, he usually ends up on the street homeless. Men have no way to escape. Men have no golden parachutes. Women right now, while they're young, have two: OnlyFans when they're young, and when they're older, marriage.
Yes.
They always have a way out, so they can be riskier. They can dump their money, and a 6 can marry a 4 that's got money. A 4 can marry a 2 that's got money, and so women have many outs where men don't. That's why they're reckless with their stuff. Because when we screw up, we're screwed. When they screw up, they marry.
But the first thing that I tell guys, when you find the red pill, and it's very hard not to do, because this is the reason why most of us find the red pill. You got to put women on the back burner, man. Like, and by putting them on the back burner, I mean completely just eliminate them from your life. Don't holler at girls. Don't inbox them. Quit the dating apps and work on yourself.
Unless they throw it at you, then you still catch it.
And listen, if somebody delivers the cheese pizza to your door and you haven't ordered it, what are you going to do? Turn it away? No, eat the cheese pizza. So listen, if a girl serves it up on a silver platter, take the, but don't go chasing after it. And there's a famous saying, I think we've all heard it. A man will lose money chasing women, but a man has never lost women chasing money. It's kind of the same thing. So if you chase excellence, girls are going to chase you. The more you chase women, the less they chase you. The more you chase excellence, the more they chase you.
I'll put it to you this way. What would James Bond do? Or just for you fellas out there, what would Shaft do? Okay. But you get my point. None of them ever say, hey, girl, let me get your number. No, the women come after them. And when you have your life together, you're sharp dressed, you've got status. Now, maybe that means rolling with an expensive watch. Maybe that means rolling with a nice car. But if you think about it, the time when I had the most game, I was living in an apartment with 3 other dudes, and we all shared the same Xbox. And on Friday night, we'd get together and split a pizza and a 12-pack. We had no money. But why did we have game? Because we were always out at the clubs. And we didn't give a shit about who we were talking to, because we knew another one was right around the corner. Right. And as you get older, you say, hey, I don't have the opportunity to talk to so many women. So when I do, I got to make it count. And that's the wrong attitude to have. None of it counts. You just, and again, it's why does the wife of the prison, the lady female prison guard, why does she cheat on her husband? Or why does the woman that's married to her husband cheat with a 17-year-old dude in high school? You think he's rolling around in a Bentley with a watch? Nope. No, it's because he's athletic, he's young, and she's like, I don't know, it sounds like a goof, and he's young and athletic. Just do your thing. And then if they don't come, you're just getting, like Donovan said, you're just getting richer. But as you get enough money, as you get enough status in life, when you tell somebody, when you talk to me at 24 and someone said, man, dinner's $100, I'd be like, oh shit, I need to get a loan.
Right.
I've spent $100 dinner on just me. And I don't do it often, but let me tell you, when you treat yourself to some Ruth's Chris and cheesecake that's $18 a slice and stuff, you do that once a year on your birthday. It's a different though. Then you're just like, ain't nothing but a thing. So you just chase your dreams, make your money, chase your dreams, and you'll know when you're there, because you don't have to look anymore. They'll come knocking on your door. Like you said,
it's not in their DNA.
I'm 48. The last girl I dated, I had a long-term relationship, was 26. And I dated her for about 2 years. Wow. But I mean, it was long-term, but I wasn't in love or anything. It was just a long time, because she was a really hot 26-year-old. But so don't get to that point where you're like, oh man, I'm in my 30s, I'm running out of time, and as I get older, I'm not going to get these hot 20-something. No, man, it just gets easier, because you acquire those finances, you get smarter about things, you get more comfortable in your own skin. Just gets easier. Just worry about your money, get buff, and you can just walk around and be buff, confident in your own skin, and have some nickels to rub together. You'll get some. You'll get some.
It's listen. Dealing with women is never easy, but it's a lot easier when you have your shit together. Real talk. There is no magic bullet for this. Get thousands of hours of content not found anywhere on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Link in description.